Good evening class. In last video, we have discussed so many features of algae and we have also discussed the nature of algae and their location, and we have also discussed how the algae are generally classified on the basis of their different pigments. Okay, so generally algae are classified on the basis of their different pigments, which may be red, which may be brown, which may be green. Okay, so on the basis of different types of pigments, all the algae are comes in a different types, and their classification is so large and we cannot understand easily. Why? Because there is a lots of varieties are available in our world. Okay, so apart from that, we have to discuss two most important and beneficial topic for 11th class and 12th class also, because these two topic are generally comes in the board exams, and most of the time the questions arises that what is the difference between gymnosperm and angiosperm plants, and write down only 5 features of their differentiate. Okay, so we have to understand the exact features of gymnosperm and angiosperm plant. After that, we will also discuss how the gymnosperm and angiosperm are generally differentiate. Okay, ये कैसे एक दूसरे से डिफरेंशिएट है, वी विल डिस्कस बाय टेकिंग एन 5 इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक. ओके, 5 टॉपिक इसके और 5 टॉपिक इसके हम दोनों आज ही इसी क्लास में क्लियर करेंगे. सो फर्स्टली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट, वी हैव टू डिस्कस दैट now algae is further classified and they have so large variations in our environment and in our world also. So algae are divided into forms as gymnosperm plant and angiosperm plant. Okay, so what is the meaning of gymnosperm? Generally, gymnosperm is a word which come from the Greek, and that is, it means naked seeds. Okay, gymnosperm is a naked seed, and naked, we know that what is the meaning of naked. Okay, so it is a naked seed, open sided, and gymnos means naked and sperma means seed, not sperma means sperm. Okay, sperma means seed. जो naked seed plants होते हैं, that comes in the class of gymnosperm. ठीक है, जो naked seed formation, जिनके seeds exposed होते हैं, वो generally gymnosperm category में belong करते हैं. Okay, but first and most important points we have to discuss, these gymnosperm plants are considered as naked seed plants. Okay, naked seed plants होते हैं most important. So many times we have studied what is the meaning of naked seed, because in 9th class and in 10th class we have also discussed the differentiate. Okay, so apart from that, they have no covering and ovules are freely exposed. They have no covering, it means they are naked. So why they cover? So they don't have covering, and ovules are free exposed before and after fertilization. When the fertilization takes place, before or after the fertilization, the most of the ovules are freely exposed. Okay, इनके जो ovules होते हैं वो freely exposed होते हैं during fertilization, after or before. Okay, चाहे पहले या चाहे बाद में. Most important. Now we are going to discuss some characteristics features of gymnosperm. What is the meaning of gymnosperm plant? Okay, so we have to discuss that generally gymnosperm are the plants. They are mostly perennial. Perennial means they are long, woody and very long lasting plants are called perennial, and they are woody, very hard trees and shrubs also. Okay, so and they survive in a xerophytic plant, xerophytic in nature. Xerophytic meaning it is a special type of environment or climate where most of the plants required a very little amount of water to germinate, and that is called the xerophytic stage. Most of the time xerophytic stage is also considered as xerophytic stage. Okay, xerophytic stage is a special type of stage in which most of the plants are generally survive, and they require a very little or scanty limit of water. इनको बहुत कम पानी की जरूरत पड़ती है. It means some of the plants are generally doesn't require any amount of water, but they require only little amount of water in the soil surface. Okay, example की बात करते हैं हम, Cycas, Pinus. Okay, these two are the plants. Mostly they are perennial, woody also, and they are also comes and germinate in the nature of xerophytic plants, where there is a very little amount of rain is there or water is there. ठीक है, so most important, plants are differentiated into roots and stem. Most important part, their roots and stem are highly modified in versions, and they are generally liberated, and they are generally modified in here and there, and so they are very differentiated from what developed form में होते हैं gymnosperm के. Now next, coming to the next one, the vascular bundles are consist of xylem and phloem. We know that xylem and phloem we have heard so many times from 6th class onwards. Xylem and phloem, these two are the different types of systems which are found in the plants for transportation of food. One of the uses are generally transportation of food, and one of them is used for transportation of water. So this is the most important part in gymnosperm plant. So here pollination is an एनोमोफिलस या विंड पॉलिनेटेड होते हैं, ठीक है। एनोमोफिलस का मतलब होता है कि विंड से पॉलिनेशन होता है, एंड वी हैव हर्ड सो मेनी टाइम्स व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पॉलिनेशन। पॉलिनेशन मींस होता है ट्रांसफर ऑफ पॉलन ग्रेन फ्रॉम एंथर टू स्टिग्मा इज कॉल्ड पॉलिनेशंस। ओके, सो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट Anemophilous means this is the word related to wind pollination. Wind, or we can say that air pollinated. Okay, जो air के थ्रू या wind के थ्रू pollinate होते हैं एक जगह से दूसरे जगह, उनके जो भी seeds वगैरह, ताकि उनकी जो species है वो बनी रहे और उनमें हमेशा development आते रहे. That is done by the wind pollination. Okay, so next topic we have to discuss that they are highly developed and complex in nature. Highly developed, why? Because they have highly developed into roots and highly developed into stems. That's why they are highly developed and complex in nature, more complex in nature. Coming to the example part, Cycas and Pinus is the two best example for gymnosperm plant. Okay, so in this we have discussed what is gymnosperm, how gymnosperm are generally comes by using a Greek word, and we have also discussed 4 to 5 characters of gymnosperm. We have also discussed the Cycas and Pinus. So it is your first homework to please write a short note on gymnosperm plant and give me in my personal WhatsApp. This is your first homework. Second homework I will also give in this video, so you have to make sure you all are watching the video very carefully. Okay, second we have to discuss that what is the meaning of angiosperm. Most of the time angiosperm is generally different from the gymnosperm because they are naked seeds plant and mostly they are flowering plants. Okay, and here angio means case and sperma means seed. Okay, most of the time the seeds are generally covered within the ovary. Okay, so in this there is a flowering plants is also considered an angiosperm plant, and most important closed seed plants. Okay, here the seeds are generally found but in a closed manner. यहाँ पे naked seeds नहीं होती, यहाँ पे जो भी seeds होते हैं they are very tightly closed packed. यहाँ पे totally closed pack होते हैं, and most important plant's body is differentiated into roots, stem and leaves. और क्योंकि इनमें flowering plants है, it means they are capable to differentiated into roots, stem एंड लीव्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है। इनके रूट्स भी डेवलप्ड होते हैं, स्टेम भी होते हैं, एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इनमें लीव्स भी बहुत डेवलप्ड फॉर्म में होते हैं. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स फीचर्स ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म plant. Okay, now next we are going to discuss that some of the seeds are covered within the ovary. As I told you before, the seeds of angiosperm plants are covered inside the ovary. It means they are very smoothly packed in the ovary, and they provide a very special protection to the seed by which no one can get harm to the seed. Okay, so next important point in this, the process of double fertilization present. What is the meaning of double fertilization? Because in your book it is not given, but when it will come, definitely I will explain all the things. Double fertilization is the only characters. Okay, double fertilization, triple fertilization and triple fusion we will also discuss in a detailed manner, because it is a so large topic and we cannot understand by using this class. Okay, so in this double fertilization we know that double fertilization is a 2 times division of the cells are called double fertilization, but we will discuss in a very detailed manner. Okay, so next important point in this, vascular system is present. अगर हम बात करते हैं तो vascular system जो है इनमें present होते हैं. Most important, they are well adapted to for their environment. Most important, they are well adapted to their environment. It means they required any type of environment, whether it is जीरोफाइटिक, whether it is मेसोफाइटिक, whether it is aquatic mode of environment. चाहे इसको जीरोफाइटिक मोड में डाल दें या हम उसे मेसोफाइटिक मोड में डाल दें या एक्वाटिक मोड में डाल दें, वहां पे ये सरवाइव कर सकते हैं. इट मींस दे आर ग्रेटर सुपीरियर देन जिम्नोस्पर्म प्लांट. ओके, एग्जांपल की बात करते हैं तो मैंगो, बनाना एंड पपाया, these are the examples of angiosperm plant. Okay, so this is enough for that portions also. Now next we are going to discuss difference between the angiosperm and gymnosperm plant. Okay, so most important time, some of the times the questions maybe arises that how the angiosperm are generally superior to gymnosperm. Okay, this is your second homework and you have to give me answer how the angiosperm plants are generally superior to gymnosperm plant. So write down the characters by which angiosperm plants makes their own superior. Okay, this is your second homework. So in this we have to discuss the differentiate between the gymnosperm and angiosperm plant. Okay, so the first difference of gymnosperm plant is these are naked seed. Mostly gymnosperm plants are considered as naked seed, and most important, angiosperm plants are considered as closed seed plants. Okay, so most important, they are naked seed plants and they are closed seed plants. ठीक है, ये naked होते हैं और ये closed होते हैं. This is the first difference between the gymnosperm and angiosperm. Second difference is that reproductive organs are found in a cone form. इनमें cone form होते हैं, जैसा cone होता है. That is the exact location of reproductive organs. इनके जो reproductive organs होते हैं generally found in the cone shaped. ठीक है, इनके plants में cone shaped होते हैं जहां पे reproductive organs पाए जाते हैं, and mostly here the reproductive organs are found in the flower part. Okay, flower part most important. एंजियोस्पर्म की बात करते हैं तो इन एंजियोस्पर्म द रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स आर फाउंड इन द फ्लावर पार्ट. फ्लावर पार्ट में इनके रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स होते हैं. एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द मेल पार्ट, फीमेल पार्ट, pistil, ovary, stigma, everything we have discussed, and that is the most important reproductive part of angiosperm plant. Okay, now next we have to discuss that these are generally unisexual, means consist as single sex. Okay, and these are maybe unisexual, okay, or bisexual. Okay, so most important, they are considered as unisexual because there is a presence of single sex cells, and there is a maybe unisexual or bisexual. ठीक है, या तो ये unisexual होते हैं या तो bisexual होते हैं. ठीक है, most important comes in the class of male category also and female category also are called bisexual. Unisexual means single type of characters they can possess. Okay, but most important point we have to discuss that these are adapted for xerophytic life. Xerophytic, I already told you that a special type of climate where the plants generally grow by requiring a very small or scanty amount of water or a rain is called xerophytic stage, but they maybe grow in xerophytic same here. xerophytic में भी ये तैयार हो सकते हैं. Second stage is also mesophytic. Okay, mesophytic is a word which comes from the plant section. Mesophytic का मतलब होता है terrestrial. Okay, some of the plants that may grow outside the land, sorry, on side the land. ठीक है, जमीन के ऊपर भी, उसको हम मेसोफाइटिक कहते हैं. मेसोफाइटिक अ वर्ड रिलेटेड टू टेरेस्ट्रियल आल्सो. टेरेस्ट्रियल वर्ड से रिलेटेड है. एंड नेक्स्ट सम ऑफ देम आर एक्वेटिक लाइफ. ठीक है, यहां पे हमने देखा कि जिम्नोस्पर्म में ओनली जीरोफाइटिक लाइफ साइकिल इज देयर, बट एंजियोस्पर्म में जेरोफाइटिक भी होते हैं. इट रिक्वायर्ड वेरी लिटिल अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर एंड इट ऑल्सो ग्रो ऑन लैंड. ठीक है, जमीन पर भी, जो लैंड एरिया पे होते हैं वहां पे भी ये उगते हैं. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, दे आर ऑल्सो comes in the class of aquatic life scalias. का मतलब ये पानी में भी तैयार होते हैं. So that is the most important and beneficial step for angiosperm and gymnosperm. Okay, that's why they also make superior to angiosperm. ये भी एक character है उसका. Okay, now next point, xylem and phloem. We know that what is the use of xylem and phloem, but here xylem is devoid of vessels. xylem तो होता है लेकिन उनमें vessels नहीं होते हैं, and we know vascular bundle system, vessels नहीं होते हैं. and phloem होता है लेकिन devoid of companion cells. So this is your third homework. What is the meaning of vessels and what is the meaning of companion cells? You have to give me answers. Okay, vessels और companion cell के बीच में मुझे आपको difference बताना है, तो आप लोग मुझे इसका बताएंगे. What is the meaning of vessels in xylem and and what is the meaning of companion cells in phloem. Okay, so this is your third homework. You have to write down and send me in my personal WhatsApp. But most important, in gymnosperm these two are present but devoid of some of the special system cells. But here in fifth cases all the structures are present. यहाँ पे जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम वो दोनों प्रेजेंट होते हैं by combining all the systems. ओके, ऑल द सिस्टम्स मतलब उनमें सारे सेल्स जो है प्रेजेंट होते हैं. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे डिवॉइड था, यहाँ पे भी डिवॉइड है. जाइलम इज डिवॉइड ऑफ वेसल्स एंड फ्लोएम इज डिवॉइड ऑफ कंपेनियन सेल्स, बट all these structures are present in angiosperm plant. Okay, that's why they are very different from gymnosperm plant. Okay, so this is enough for gymnosperm and angiosperm. In next phase we will also discuss the classification of angiosperm plant, because it is an advanced form, so we have to also discuss some more features of angiosperm on the basis of their nature, on the basis of their habitat. Okay, so after the completion of angiosperm and gymnosperm, we have discussed lots of things in this too. Okay, and we have also discussed the difference between how the angiosperm and gymnosperm are totally different from each other. Okay, so depending upon the superiority of angiosperm, the angiosperm plants are generally classified on the basis of their modes of nutrition, modes of their habitat, and the modes of their habit, and also the modes of their lifespans. Okay, so angiosperm covers lots of classification in our world, because most of the plants are generally survived and most of the plants are generally found in our world by the classification comes in the class of angiosperm. Okay, so first we are going to discuss how the angiosperm plants are generally classified on the basis of their first life span. ठीक है, so सबसे पहले हमको ये देखना है कि जो क्लासिफिकेशन हुआ एंजियोस्पर्म में उनके ड्यूरेशन को लेकर हुआ, कि सबसे पहले जो ड्यूरेशन था प्लांट्स का, व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ एनी प्लांट्स, एंड व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पैन मींस कि वो प्लांट्स कब स्टार्ट हुए थे और वो कितने दिन तक जिंदा रहे. ठीक है, सो दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्लासिफिकेशन. दे आर डिवाइडेड इनटू मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट 3 टाइप्स. 3 पार्ट्स में उनको बांटा गया. द फर्स्ट वन इज एनुअल्स, एंड वी नो दैट द मीनिंग ऑफ एनुअल्स मींस हैविंग अ वेरी शॉर्ट लाइफ स्पैन. ऐसे प्लांट्स जिनकी लाइफ स्पैन बहुत ही कम समय के लिए थी, दैट इज कॉल्ड द एनुअल प्लांट्स, एंड मोस्टली दे रिमेन अलाइव फॉर फ्यू मंथ्स. अगर हम बात करते हैं तो ये बहुत ही कम दिनों के लिए जिंदा रहते थे, उसके बाद ये डीनेचर्ड हो जाते थे. ठीक है, आई एम रिपीटिंग अगेन. एनुअल्स आर जनरली क्लासिफाइड on the basis of the duration or life span, comes in the class of angiosperm. जनरली इनमें वो प्लांट्स आते थे जिनका लाइफ स्पेन बहुत कम होता था, या तो उनकी लाइफ स्पेन कुछ महीनों तक होती थी, उसके बाद वो डीनेचर्ड हो जाते थे. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड. सेकंड इज बाइनियल्स. बाइनियल्स मतलब 2, जो जनरली रिप्रोडक्टिव स्टेज और उनमें रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स जो है तैयार होने के वो 2 फेजेस में होते थे, विच कम्स इन अ फर्स्ट ईयर एंड सेकंड ईयर. दैट इज कॉल्ड बाइनियल्स. बाइनियल्स का मतलब है दे अटेन देयर फुल वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ. इनके जो फुल वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ होते थे वो 2 फेजेस में होते थे. वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ टेक्स प्लेस इन फर्स्ट ईयर, यानी फर्स्ट ईयर में उनके सिर्फ और सिर्फ वेजिटेटिव पार्ट्स डेवलप होते थे, एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड प्रोड्यूस देयर रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स इन सेकंड ईयर. और सेकंड ईयर में वो अपने रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स को शो ऑफ करते थे. दैट इज कॉल्ड द बिएनियल प्लांट्स. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड द पेरेनियल्स, एंड वी हैव आल्सो डिस्कस्ड द पेरेनियल प्लांट्स. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पेरेनियल्स? हियर plants need a considerable duration to complete their life cycle. Okay, किसी भी plants को अपनी life cycle complete करने के लिए उनको उनके हिसाब से environment चाहिए, उनके हिसाब से उनके लिए condition चाहिए. If the condition is not suitable, it means the life cycle of any plants and the life cycle of reproduction phases will not complete in the plants, and plants will remain same. ओके, सो प्लांट्स जो है अपने जैसा सेम बना रहेगा, उनमें कोई भी डेवलपमेंट नहीं आएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि दे डू नॉट गेट द प्रॉपर कंसिडरेबल कंडीशंस टू जर्मिनेट आर प्रोपोगेट आर वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोगेट. ठीक है, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं कि उनको किसी भी कंडीशंस में अपने आप को अच्छा बनाने के लिए, उनको अपनी लाइफ साइकिल को चलाने के लिए एक ऐसा क्लाइमेट की जरूरत पड़ेगा जिस कारण से वो अपना ग्रोथ सेल्फ कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज ऑल अबाउट द लाइफ स्पैन. ये ड्यूरेशन के हिसाब से थे. ठीक है, कुछ लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन के लिए होते थे, कुछ शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन के लिए होते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, वी हैव टू डिस्कस दैट प्लांट्स, एंजियोस्पर्म प्लांट्स आर आल्सो डिवाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हैबिट. उनके हैबिट के हिसाब से भी प्लांट्स जो थे वो अलग अलग उनमें डिविजन्स थे. ओके, द फर्स्ट वन इज दैट प्लांट्स आर डिवाइडेड इनटू हर्ब्स, second shrubs, and third is trees. We have studied in A and B books in 5th class also. ठीक है, environmental के books में आपको मिल जाएगा. This topic comes in the very primary sections. Primary sections में सब topics आते हैं, बहुत important है. ठीक है, generally what is the meaning of herbs? Herbs का मतलब होता है the small plants and the soft plants. बहुत ही small होते हैं, the small size and a very soft plants are called herbs. Coming to the examples की बात करते हैं तो mustard. Okay, now second, what is the meaning of shrubs? Shrubs means it is a medium sized plants and generally hard in nature comparison to herbs, that is called shrubs. Okay, example की बात करते हैं, the one example is China rose. Okay, now next phase we have to discuss that trees, and we know that the meaning of trees, generally these type of plants are generally tall in nature and mostly their stem is very hard. Okay, and woody stem types, and example की बात करते हैं तो mango and people, we know that, and there is several types of examples are there. mango, people के अलावा बहुत सारे trees में examples हम ले सकते हैं. Okay, so this is the herbs, shrubs and trees we have studied in primary classes, and this is a very important topic for on the basis of habit of angiosperm plants. Okay, now coming to the third stage, we have to discuss that plants are also divided on the basis of habitat. Habitat का मतलब यहाँ पे कहाँ पे ये plants पाए जाते हैं. ठीक है, some of the plants are found in water, some of the plants are found on land, some of the plants are found on upper side of trees. बहुत सारे ऐसे plants जो होते हैं वो उनके जो लोकेशंस होते हैं वो फिक्स नहीं होते हैं. So that is the divided into mostly 5 parts. उनको 5 parts में डिवाइड किया गया है. The first important is hydrophytes. Okay, what is the meaning of hydrophytes? Hydrophytes means such plants which grow in water are called hydrophytes. ऐसे पौधे जो जनरली पानी में उगते हैं, that is called hydrophytes. Example की बात करते हैं, lotus, hydrilla. These two are the example which generally germinate in the water are called hydrophytes. उनको हम hydrophytes कहते हैं. Second, mesophytes. What is the meaning of mesophytes? Mesophytes का मतलब क्या होता है? Generally mesophytes are generally required a moderate conditions to germinate on self. इनको एक moderate condition की जरूरत पड़ती है, and it required a minimum temperature and minimum pressures to germinate itself is called mesophyte plants. Mostly such type of plants are generally grow on upper side of the soil. An example की बात करते हैं तो rose, और एक हमारा example है sunflower. Okay, so first example is rose and second is sunflower. Okay, now next, coming to the next point, we have to discuss that what is the meaning of xerophytes, and we have also discussed in angiosperm and gymnosperm xerophytes, mesophytes, बहुत सारी चीजें हम discuss कर चुके हैं. So xerophytes means generally it grows on a dry desert area where there is a very little amount of water is required for germination of any plant is called xerophytic stage. Okay, ये उनका habitat होता है. Maximum अगर हम example की बात करते हैं तो Opuntia is a such type of examples of plants which comes in the class of xerophytic stages. Okay, now next two topics is remaining. First, next fourth is epiphytes and last is halophytes. What is the meaning of epiphytes? Okay, epiphytes का मतलब होता है certain types of plants which generally grows on trees are called epiphytes. Okay, ऐसे पौधे जो पेड़ के ऊपर germinate होते हैं that is called epiphytes. Example की बात करते हैं तो orchid. Okay, now coming to the next important, we have to discuss that the halophytes. What is the meaning of halophyte? ठीक है, halophytes का मतलब होता है such type of plants generally they require to grow in a saline soil or maybe muddy area. Muddy area we also know that the meaning of mud. ऐसे plants जो generally saline soil में या फिर mud area में अपने आप को germinate करते हैं वो halophytes plants के category में आते हैं, and the example is coconut. Okay, so apart from that we have discussed lots of things, but the most important and precious thing is left, and that is एंजियोस्पर्म प्लांट्स आर आल्सो डिवाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर क्लासिफिकेशन। पहला क्लासिफिकेशन प्लांट्स में है, दूसरा क्लासिफिकेशन सिम्बायोटिक प्लांट्स एंड थर्ड क्लासिफिकेशन इज इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स। ओके, सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ प्लांट्स? अगर हम प्लांट्स की बात करते हैं तो जनरली इन प्लांट्स न्यूट्रिशन की बात करते हैं तो प्लांट्स में भी 4-5 प्रकार के प्लांट्स आते हैं। सो कुछ प्लांट्स ऐसे होंगे जिनमें हेटेरोट्रॉपिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन होता है, किसी में ऑटोट्रॉपिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन होते हैं, कुछ प्लांट्स पैरासाइटिक होते हैं, कुछ प्लांट्स उसमें अपना खाना किसी और से लेते हैं, ऐसे बहुत सारे। ठीक है, सो ये सारे प्लांट्स इस कैटेगरी में आते हैं। इनमें जनरली दे आर डिवाइडेड इनटू ऑटोट्रॉपिक, हेटेरोट्रॉपिक, सेप्रोपिक और मोस्ट ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट अगर हम बात करते हैं तो उसमें पैरासाइटिक, कोस्कुटा वगैरह भी आते हैं। ठीक है, सो next we have to discuss that symbionts plants. We have studied lichens, we have studied rhizobium, and we have also studied mycorrhiza. These three plants are the symbiotic plants because they generally take their food from the another or neighbors plant are called symbiotic plants. इसको हम symbiotic plants के नाम से जानते हैं। So जो हमारा एंजियोस्पर्म प्लांट्स है दे आर मोस्टली डिवाइडेड इनटू ऑटोट्रॉपिक, हेटेरोट्रॉपिक, सेप्रोपिक एंड पैरासाइटिक प्लांट्स एंड दे आर आल्सो डिवाइडेड इनटू द सिम्बायोटिक प्लांट्स। ये सिम्बायोटिक प्लांट्स में भी डिवाइडेड है, उसके साथ साथ दे आर आल्सो डिवाइडेड इनटू इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स। इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स की बात करते हैं, सैंड्यू, पिचर प्लांट, ठीक है, ये सब जितने भी होते हैं इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स होते हैं। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म प्लांट्स। In next video we will also discuss some more features of angiosperm, and after that this chapter will be totally complete. So I am giving you one questions. You have to complete a notes of on the basis of habitat of plant, all these things, and some you have to find out from somewhere and give me the answers of how the plants are distributed on the basis of habitat. Actually here I have given only 5 and you have to write some more examples of such type of conditions. Okay, then send me in my personal WhatsApp. Thank you students.